Hi beautiful people, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing well. You guys, there's so much to go over, so let's get straight into this. Before I do that, please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. A very huge thank you to Lomagirl for these clips because she caught the live on KJ's Facebook, and I am so indebted to her for catching these lives, making clips and posting it on her Twitter. She does a fantastic job. I am so appreciative of her. I will leave her link to buy a cup of coffee to show your appreciation. Please feel free if you want to, but I'm truly appreciative of her. Now, I by no means am talking on behalf of Molly Golightly. I am by no means taking up for Molly Golightly. People feel that she has her own issues, she's done things. This is not about that. This is what's going on now. I don't agree with everything they say, but at the end of the day, they are getting things done for this family. And that for me is amazing. They have the latest updates. They show compassion. They show concern. They basically wear their heart on their sleeve in regard to this case. It's not about, I don't see it as it's about the clicks, the views, the gaining of subscribers. But this is just me. So I was sent a message that Molly Golightly had actually made a post addressed to Katie Joy and Sherelle's World. Sherelle's World's part I cannot confirm, but what I can do is confirm and show you guys everything that went down between Katie Joy and Molly Golightly. So Katie Joy actually went on her Facebook Live, and she starts her live asking the people or the public, her supporters, whatever you want to call it, for information on Dre, because she is actually helping the kid's dad with the custody case. And she also states that Dre has been reported to ICE for smuggling and other things.
As I said in the beginning, we need to have Dre's attorney's phone number or email address so I can get that to the people that need it. Dre needs to be served in her child custody case. The judge ordered a hearing in the beginning of August before a decision is made. Over to the people that need it. They need her attorney information so they can get her served in the other case, because she has to be served for the hearing. I know that they can put it in the newspaper, but I also know that people know the attorney. So I'm putting it out into the universe. If anyone is in touch with or knows how to get in touch with, I'm not saying it's my responsibility to just deal with Dre. I need her attorney's information so I can pass it on so they can serve her with the child custody case. I was asked for her attorney information. I'm putting it out on my platform. If anyone knows Dre's attorney information, if you can send it to me, I will send it to the people who need it so she can be served. They need to serve her for this case. Person that's helping the family asked me if I could use my platform to find out who the attorney was. No attorney asked me to do this. The friend of the father asked me to do this. Just like they asked me for if you guys could send videos. They realize I have a platform of people that are paying attention that might have the information, so they don't have to find it. And if you think it's easy for them to get information on this DCS case right now, you're sorely mistaken. I want to connect with Dre. The reason why we need her attorney information is for the custody case for the dad. So his lawyers can serve her so she shows up in court for their hearing. That's why we need the email or the information, not because I favor her.
Doesn't the kid's dad have an attorney to do all this? Isn't that what an attorney gets paid for? Why is Katie Joy inserting herself in this family situation? This is not something that needs to be publicized. These kids need privacy. They are kids. They didn't ask to be put in this position. This is such a tragic situation. They need all the privacy that they can get. She actually made a video today in regard to this whole situation where there is a custody hearing and the dad is filing for custody. She doesn't even have the audacity to cover these kids' faces. I mean, come on. They deserve privacy, period. And why did they ask her to get the information that they need on Dre? That's what attorneys get paid for. If he doesn't have an attorney, he can't afford an attorney, why doesn't she set up a GoFundMe so she can help the dad get whatever he needs? Because Katie Joy wants the accolades, she wants the recognition. Then she tries to gain favor and make herself seem credible, trustworthy, believable. She starts to talk about, oh, she has an update on Selfie Long.
Really grateful that, like, you know, like, I had helped her through this process, and I'm not doing this to toot my own horn. What I'm trying to say is that, like, these stories, they're so, like, there's so many layers, and they go through a period where things seem really intense, and then it's like a lull, and then, but with Michael, it was like so chaotic, and he had convinced and conned everyone to believe this falsity about his daughter, while he was the one that was actually abusing her. He was actually just arrested. So when Sophie was found in Mexico, they placed him in a prison in Mexico, right? He kidnapped her, and he was on the run with her for like 4 months, and he is not being charged with kidnapping. He is being charged with custodial interference. He has a $2 million bond, so at least he's not getting out for that. But think of that, and this is in Texas, in what world can you kidnap your daughter, go to Mexico, and then come home and only get a charge of custodial interference? That's aggravating, right? Well, the good news is that after all of the alienation that he did with Sophie, she's back with her mom and with her brothers, and she is doing phenomenal, you guys. I wanted to tell you that. She's doing amazing. She's caught up. She's back in school. She's getting caught up. She's like back with her friends. It was a happy ending. Mom didn't say a word. Mom was quiet on social media while everyone hated her. Half of the internet still thinks that she's a sexual abuser, even though she's not. So, like, I'm glad that Sophie's dad is finally arrested. And I'm glad that there's a resolution for the family. But what I'm pissed off about is that he's only charged with custodial interference. That makes me mad. Okay, I just had to update you on that.
Why now does she choose to give an update on Selfie Long? Because her credibility has been questioned? Because her dirty ways are being questioned? Because she's getting exposed for her lies? That's the only way I see it. And let's not forget with the Selfie Long case. I don't care how much she donated to the mother. She went on somebody else's channel and doubled down on calling Selfie Long a brat.
I remember seeing that video, and I remember thinking the way that the girl was acting in the beginning where she was like shaking her head, I was like, is she acting? It didn't seem authentic in that part. I was like, it's like a movie. Like, 'cause she was like, no, and then she's like running away and coming back, and I was like, this doesn't seem real. And then I did a live stream on my vlogs channel, which I'm on right now. And I was talking about how I'm a mom. I have an almost 8-year-old. And we were talking about how kids can get a little bit bratty when they don't get their way and they don't get what they want.
Of course they do.
Yeah. And so now I'm like, everyone's like, you called Sophie a brat. And I'm like, can kids not get bratty?
Yeah,
and what I noticed was with her language, it was way too mature for her age.
So please, Katie Joy, don't come on your platform now and act like you cared so much for Selfie Long. You just wanted the best for Selfie Long. Because when you have an ill feeling of a child and state that she's a brat without listening to her calls for help, you have a major problem. So obviously somebody in the chat made her aware of Molly Golightly was on a live. She goes ahead and she threatens Molly to quit it, to stop, or else she will send her a cease and desist, and she will get her lawyers onto her.
I'm saying now, Molly, stop it. You want to keep going, Molly? I'll send you that cease and desist. I'll start a lawsuit. Quit it. Like, none of this is necessary. I'm not gold digging when I'm not making money on this story. I just want to do my job, and I have been working behind the scenes to help the father, and every turn I'm told that I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water, I'm not drunk. The family wants me to leave them alone. Why? Because Molly. I didn't do anything to the family. Okay, I'm messy. I'm messy. So is Molly. Molly's messy as fuck, if not more. Vaughn's story doesn't belong to any of us. Nobody owns the story. But you know what? This story is about Vaughn. It's about the kids. It's about all the people that have been hurt by Dre. It's about all of her followers that have become addicted to kratom. It's about all the people that she's given medical advice to that have gotten hurt. All of those people. It's about so many people that she's hurt. So many. Vaughn is a piece of the story, a big piece, a huge piece. But there are a lot of other people that have been hurt and harmed by this woman. And their stories and their voices matter too. I don't give a shit what you do, Molly. Why are you doing this? Do you own the story? Is it all about you? Or do you care about getting the story out there? Do you care about other creators helping? Or are you going to turn the family against every single person that tries to help them and make them the problem when you're the one creating the drama? You lied that I stole your sources. You've lied about so much that I haven't done. You have your people believing that I lie about everything. You have your people believing that I got the information about the court date from you. No, sir. No, ma'am. That didn't happen. I have been working with the father's friend for more than a week. That's it. Like, you know what? In a story like this, we all can talk to people. It doesn't mean that one person talks to everyone. I don't want to own the story. This is such a huge story. I still believe that everyone needs to own the story. But the common denominator, when everyone is the problem and you're telling everyone, like, now it's Sherelle, now Sherelle's the problem, now I'm the problem, you bitch about everyone. I respond once and I get attacked. I have been nonstop bullied by your platform for weeks. And the only reason is because I tried to give you the heads up about audio because a woman who was a source didn't want to work with you. She told me you were messy, you were unstable, and she didn't like you. I tried to give you the heads up in a nice way to say, like, listen, she wants to work only with me. She doesn't want to work with you. I'm sorry. Can you just direct people to my channel? I wasn't trying to steal this from you. And a lot of the people that are reaching out to me don't want to talk to you because you're messy. I'm tired. You saw everybody gaining subscribers. You saw everyone getting momentum on this story, and you decided that you were going to try to take over the story. And that I don't even care if you get 1,000 million views on this. I don't care if you have 20,000 subscribers from this. I don't care if you make $1 million off this story. No, Molly Golightly did not tell me this information. You know what, you guys? I'm done. I am done with this bullshit. I have been working this story daily for over 2 weeks for no clout, for no attention, for simply trying to help a family. I have donated my time, my money, my energy, my resources, my platform, and at every turn, Molly Golightly is going on her platform and lying about what I'm doing. I have never harassed the family. Wynette Jackson has been reaching out to me for 2 weeks. She contacted me on Saturday, July 8th? July 9th is the first time she contacted me. I was speaking to Wynette until yesterday. She only started turning against me when she had an interview with Molly, and then Molly started telling her I was doing things that I was not doing. I never harassed Wynette. I never harassed Letitia. My last conversation with Letitia was literally like, her driving and her saying like, pray for my family, and me telling her that I had information about stuff with the kids, and she was like, I was trying to give her a heads up in case she might want to file something about Raza, and that was it. So stop this nonsense that I'm harassing people. Stop the nonsense that I'm creating drama. Stop lying to your platform. I did not reach out to a source of yours and steal him from you. You know that man that I posted the story from? He showed up in my inbox and asked me to post it. I didn't know you were going to talk to him. You can't claim to want to have people help and then push everyone out that tries to do this. Because I'm not making money doing this story. People keep accusing me of making money on my Instagram and on my Facebook. No. I've donated more than I've made. Way more. This is not what I make my money on. I'm just fed up. I've like literally had to sit there and go, do I need to have my lawyers send you a cease and desist for all the lies? Just quit it. And you know you do this every night because you start seeing my channel and you're like, oh crap, Katie's getting people to like her again. I've got to make up a new lie about her to turn people against her. And all of your minions, and it's not a surprise, Molly, that every time you're live, my inbox gets flooded with fake accounts trying to start shit with me to get me to respond to you. And you're trying to throw up screenshots of Wynette talking shit about me. She's talked shit about me, about you to me. Like, this is stupid. I'm tired of this. It is unnecessary, but you know what? I'm tired of it. No, we're against you because of this, but you're for Molly for doing the same thing? You're for Molly for doing the same thing, so Molly can act completely off the chain. Molly can act like a maniac. Molly can bully. Molly can harass. Molly can lie. Molly can defame. Molly can start so much shit. How did I not help the family? I donated my money. I donated my time. I got them information when they needed it. You know what? I will stop talking about it. This is the first time I've addressed this. Molly talks about me on her channel every night. Constantly. I'm going to try to just like calm down here. I'm sure she's talking about me right now on live because she's obsessed with me. All she wants to do is take whatever from me. I don't know. I'm not starting the drama with Marissa. You know, I'm so fucking tired of that. Like, I'm not the one starting the drama with Marissa. She started the drama with me. I had no fight with her. She blocked me.
It's like, here we go again. The threats, the veiled threats. It's like, Katie Joy, you're a grown woman. You just need to ignore it. It's not tit for tat at this point. It's not the time for tit for tat. Period. She's being so immature, telling Molly Golightly. Does she own the story? Is the story all hers? Why is Molly trying to own the story? Molly's not trying to own the story. If you have been watching Molly Golightly, she's trying to get people to talk more about the story. That's why she went on KJ's channel, to get the story out there, for the story to be told. She also says she is being bullied. She tried to give Molly a heads up in regard to the video I made previously about how she lied on how these two people that gave her the voice recordings only wanted on her channel. Now she's backtracking and she says the person that gave her the voice recording didn't like Molly Golightly. She didn't want to deal with Molly Golightly. But I played it for you in the previous video. The only stipulation was that they wanted to remain anonymous. This is so childish and petty, Katie Joy. It's okay to say, I'm sorry, and just move along. It's okay to just ignore it and move along. But you coming with all this now. She also says that 2 weeks she invested her time and money into this. Why would you talk about donating? If it's coming out of the goodness of your heart, you shouldn't even be saying anything about it, Katie Joy. She also states that she's not making money, that she donated more money than she makes. I call bullshit on that, because I've mentioned this to you guys before. When she has come on live to talk about the story, she censors her audience. She censors herself, so she can still remain monetized. She turns things around and she gaslights her audience. When she was talking to Mr. Jackson's wife, Wynette had nothing but bad things to say about Molly. Are we in primary school here? Why would you do something like that, KJ? It makes you a bigger person just to shut your mouth and keep it moving forward. And here we go again. Another person is obsessed with KJ. If she feels the kids are the primary concern, so why aren't you safeguarding the kids, Katie Joy? Why are you flaunting their picture all over your channel? You don't like other people to show your child. Why is it okay for you to show other people's children? They're kids. They deserve privacy. Once again, why can't that sink in for you? She tries to come and talk about how people are reaching out to her, and I feel this is a lie. Just because of her demeanor.
I think the kids are a primary concern. I think people that she's hurting are a concern. You know, there's literally an inbox message from him, from a woman today. Like, this is what I was dealing with today, of a woman telling me that she's suicidal because of the kratom. At the end of the day, like, I had a woman in my inbox telling me that she was suicidal because she got hooked on kratom because she was in Dre's downline and Dre was recommending it, and so she was feeling desperate, and Dre promised to help her and make her feel better, and it would make her feel better, and she said it wasn't addictive, and she talked up all this stuff, and she's not blaming Dre for it. She's not blaming and saying, Dre made me do this. But she trusted a friend who claimed that this wasn't gonna hurt, and she followed her friend's lead, and now she's addicted. She's suicidal.
She also mentions that Molly showed her mugshot.
Molly showed my mugshot. Molly's doxed me too.
This mugshot. How come she is not denying this mugshot? And I actually put it across to somebody on Twitter to say, is this fake or real? But to me it sounds like, because Katie Joy acknowledged the mugshot, she didn't say it's fake. So this mugshot is real? Wow. Katie Joy, can you stop? Nobody is bullying you off the story. Nobody has turned people against you, because we are just going off of your wording, of your actions. You lie, all just to gain notoriety, for the accolades, to be known as the best. Period. That's all it is. This is Molly Golightly's message to Katie Joy.
Where do I start? Actually, I'm just going to tell you the truth. So I just found out the truth. And this does involve Katie, and this does involve Sherelle. So what happened was, I was informed by Marvan's family that they don't want to deal with Katie. Actually had nothing to do with Sherelle. And because I was on Justin's panel and I said, a certain YouTuber, Katie switched and turned that around. Very smart, very slick. I didn't realize how evil you actually can be. So you got her heated and you got me heated at the same time. And you're up there on Facebook saying, you don't want to mess with Sherelle because Sherelle goes hard. Well, guess what? I said what I said, and I meant it, but now I'm finding out the truth. So, Katie, I have a bunch of text messages from Marvan's family. Okay? You don't want these out. You don't want these out. And I know you don't. So, I don't know why you can't just accept it. That this family, you must have done or said something to them that made them feel a certain way. So, Katie, take your cease and desist. Don't even bother because it will be torn up. And don't ever, either of you, ever try and intimidate me with, you don't want to mess with me. Well, guess what, sweetheart? I'm very confrontational. And I'm not confrontational behind a computer. Because that's pretty PUSSY to me. And I put all of this mockery and effery on you, Katie. How you can have it in your empty heart and black soul that this is all about drama, because that's all you're doing. You're not helping the situation. And you want to know something? You had a shot. You had a shot. Okay? People were telling me really bad things about you, but you had a shot. Katie, I appreciate the fact that you definitely did donate something. And I know that your intention was to raise money for them. That I'll give you. But you're not going to continue to harass these people because it's just not right. This is not the time. You can try and bully me all you want. Like I say to everybody, consider the stores. Take the drama and just go like this out of respect for the family. Both of you, please. I'm asking you both. Just go like this and just stop. I won't mention you. You don't got to mention me. Just wait till it's over. And you can talk about what a horrible person I am. But if you're going to talk about him, I would really like it if you would push the GoFundMe. So if you guys can agree to put any miscommunication aside, I'm totally fine with that. I'm not even like mad. I'm just like kind of disgusted because I know how you work, Katie. I haven't been watching you long, but I've heard enough of these stories about you where I'm just like, enough is enough. Not for nothing, but enough is enough. If you truly cared about this family, then you would do what they're asking. Please leave them be and let them be with their son. And that's it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
So Katie Joy said that she didn't do anything to the family. So I think those messages should be released to show people exactly the type of person Katie Joy is. That's just my opinion. And the thing that I can't stand, and this was Katie Joy who started this, talking about his race. Let's not make things political. Marvin McCRAY is a human being. He deserves everything that you and I are entitled to. A human being is a human being, irrelevant of the color of their skin. No reporter, no journalist would be doing what you're doing, Katie Joy. So you need to quit with the bullshit. Why are you inserting yourself? There's plenty other ways to be of help to this family. But inserting yourself is not one of them. Because what you're going to do is cause strife between these two families. Because that's the type of person you are. When you feel somebody has done you wrong, you turn on them. So obviously you're going to feel the McCRAYs or the Jacksons have done you wrong. So you would side with the kid's dad. You would side with that side of the family. And I can only imagine the destruction you would cause. So don't do that. Just separate yourself. Now all of a sudden new information has come out, as you just stated, that Dre has been reported to ICE.
Asking, can she flee to Mexico it is my understanding, based on the people that I've talked to, that she has been reported to border and customs, like ICE, for the smuggling of Xanax and benzos. And because she's been reported, they're hoping that she's been flagged for crossing the border. Evidence was sent over to the Department of Homeland Security Border Patrol people last week, okay? So if she tries to cross, hopefully at this point now she's flagged and she can't.
Who would have the idea to do that? Because you were the one that brought up how she's smuggling Xanax and all these other things. So did you put that idea into somebody's head, or did you do that yourself? A question I would love for you to answer. You put on this facade in your video how the kids are so important. It's the kids that need to be helped right now. Once again, Katie Joy, sweep your own doorstep before you sweep others. Focus on what's going on behind your closed doors. People gave you the benefit of the doubt, but you couldn't accept that. You had to be number one. In situations like this, there is no number one. Everybody has to work together. There's somebody in need. That's it. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. This is so disappointing to me because at the end of the day, to be a decent human being, you gotta accept when you're wrong. And there's nothing wrong with accepting when you're wrong or admitting when you're wrong. It just makes you a better person. And clearly, Katie Joy is not capable of that. Have a wonderful rest of your days, you guys. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Make good memories. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.